Having nothing else to give, on September 12th, I went to the blood bank.
The line crammed the aorta of the street, and the hospital was an enormous heart with 1,000 chambers.
Soon after me, they started turning people away because the lockers were filled to the brim.
Neighbors passed out apple juice at the door because the hospital had run out hours ago.
Strangers were connected not just by grief, but by blood, running from our arms through plastic roots to feed some tree too large for us to see.
I told them I'd give them half of mine. They said they could only take a pint.
It was the day I lost my fear of needles. Sometimes I wonder what happened to my pint of blood. Wonder if my love letter ever found its way to a teenager who became a soldier and was lost again to paint some wall in Baghdad. A red poppy with a bullet hole center.
Remembering life before war is like trying to recall saying your first word. But through the fog of newsprint and fire, I recall the day the carpenter showed up at tenements with toolboxes.
Gardeners arrived at neighbors' doorsteps with bags of vegetables.
250,000 people gave blood for the first time.
And empty hands begged to be useful. Said, please. The pain's too much to bear standing still. Tell us what more we can do.
And you with the bullhorn. You didn't say adopt a child or build a house. You told us.
Go shopping.
Fill up your tank on the way to the mall.
I've got some friends I need to pay back. Give me back my blood, because you wasted it.
Give it back to all the mothers who gave blood that night, not knowing that their sons would fall to snipers half a world away.
Give it back to the 125,000 Iraqi children that die every year because we donated it to save a stranger's life.
And you used it to grease a meat grinder and rouge the cheeks of the rich.
When the opium fields of Afghanistan are in bloom, you can see them from space, the color of a fresh wound. Last year, my best friend fell asleep in a field of poppies and never woke up. And I've become afraid of needles again. Give us back our blood.
They say we've never sacrificed anything for this war. But I remember the day that we pleaded to know what we could do to help our neighbors. Because the only thing we feared more than death was doing nothing.
And we were turned away. To be honest, I stopped mourning 9/11 years ago. But I will never forget the tragedy of September 12th, the day we could have become a nation of outstretched hands, and were asked only to shut up and salute.
The moment we could have proven to our enemies that we are not what they think we are.
We were almost America.
And I weep for that squandered moment.
Before the ash had settled on Manhattan.
Before the war dogs started howling for vengeance.
When we were willing to pull out a vein from our arms to nurse a stranger's wound 3,000 miles away.
Because that was the last time we understood that spilling blood is what terrorists do.
And we could be giving it.